Hi everybody, my name's Marissa, and this is my Asian friend Benji.
Hello.
We're going to talk to you about something called demand.
Marissa, I have a question.
Yes, Benji?
What is demand?
Good question, Benji. Demand is a schedule showing how much of a good or service people will purchase at any price given a specific time, other things being constant. Any more questions, Benji?
No.
Okay, well let's start by talking about the law of demand. The law of demand states that when the price of a good or service goes up, people are typically going to buy less of it. And when the price of a good or service goes down, people will probably buy more of it. So, we chose a real life example, went around and did a survey, and asked people about spaghetti dinners. So, the first thing we asked people was, would you buy more spaghetti dinners now if you knew the price went from $5 to $3? This clearly shows the law of demand because at the lower price, people said they'd buy more of it than at the higher price. This also shows a movement along the demand curve. A movement along the demand curve will only occur if there is a change in price, as shown in this example. Now, let's go to Benji to talk about shifts in the demand curve.
So now I'm going to tell you something that will shift the demand curve. Income is one condition that will shift that will cause a shift. So the next question we ask people is how many spaghetti dinners would they buy if income increased from 300 to 500? And yeah, people get a raise in salary. Obviously, they will buy more spaghetti dinners because income increased. And this causes a shift in the demand curve from left to right. Back to Marisa.
Another thing that will cause a shift in the demand curve is a thing called substitutes. Substitutes are exactly what they sound like. You could substitute one good for the other, no problem. So, we went around and asked people, would you buy less spaghetti if you knew there was a cheaper substitute? Almost all of them were like, obviously we're gonna buy less spaghetti dinners if there's a cheaper substitute. This shows an inward shift in the demand curve because people will buy less of it. There's a cheaper substitute. Alright, now let's go to Benji to talk about compliments.
Compliments are another condition that causes a shift in demand. We told people that the price of spaghetti sauce increased from $2 to $5. Majority said they would buy less noodles because in order to make a spaghetti dinner, you need spaghetti sauce and noodles. And this is the demand curve for spaghetti noodles. Since spaghetti sauce and noodles are complements, so when spaghetti sauce price increases, the demand for noodles decreases and shifts from right to left. Back to Marissa.
Another thing that will cause a shift in the demand curve is expectations. So we told people, hey, what if you knew that the price of buying supplies to make yourself a spaghetti dinner was going to increase in a month? Almost all of them said, we're going to buy more of the supplies right now. This caused an outward shift in the demand curve for spaghetti supplies now. See? Right there. More spaghetti! One more thing that will cause a shift in the demand curve is market size. If there's an increase in potential buyers, then there will be an outward shift in the demand curve. And if there's less potential buyers, there's going to be an inward shift. So, those are all the things that cause shifts in the demand curve. Now remember, a movement along the demand curve is only going to occur if there's a change in price. And a shift in the demand curve from left to right is only going to occur if there's a change in any of the ceteris paribus conditions. Those conditions are income, substitutes and complements, expectations, and market size. So, that's about all we have to say about demand. Any comments, Benji?
No. It's great.
Okay. Sayonara. Oh, and by the way, Sister Haynes, I demand an A on this project. I mean, well, I don't have to demand it. I was just, I have to give me, I just was, never mind. Bye.